On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year. It's Damian Williams. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes got his man. It's Williams. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Kill.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. Gets through and now an opening. It's a big run that time by Henry. Give him 42 yards on the ground. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing, Mariota. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he gets it down to the 32. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Three. Sponge.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They're working out of the gun. Mariota escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but and I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
59 mark, check, 59. Pick it up.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run.
He's coming, 15.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Yellow. Charlie.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Mariota going to give to Lewis. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's 36, 36.
Now Mariota on 4th down. Pass caught at the 4. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. To throw, it's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he's got room. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the toss, here's Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw Mariota, and that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense?
Williams loses the football. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
Yellow. On the line, right? 15.
Coming this way.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards there. First down.
Yellow. I'll go on. Hey, 57 color.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Derrick Henry. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's trash. Yellow. Hey, Rippling.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Yellow. I'll go on.
It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a long day. You got tape.
Yellow.
Check nickel.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check, crunch, quick. 15. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. No, it's me and you. It's just me and you. Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
He's checking. Crash.
Here's Mariota. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota dancing to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This is Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback. Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. And what's that? And what's the ball? Jack.
Yellow.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch.
Hey, 57, 57.
They begin the drive with Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled, and then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's got some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard. 4 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Hyde, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's coming. Double up.
They run him again with Hyde. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now Mahomes. Complete here, it's Hyde. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So they'll walk him back half the distance. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. The 20, 10, 5, and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to..."
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of